Hi YouTube. Today we're going to step outside the box a little bit and we're going to be looking at this watch that I have here. Now the reason that I'm going to show you this watch is it incorporates a couple things that I like to talk about. It incorporates watches and it incorporates firearms. So let me show you what we have here. This is a Wilson Combat watch, and anybody that knows anything about Wilson Combat, they're a custom 1911 manufacturer. They manufacture 1911 firearms, and they make everything in-house. It's a high-end company. They make the highest quality 1911s in the world. They also manufacture AR parts, all kind of pistol and rifle parts, and usually what they do, I call them the problem solver. When there's a problem with something, they figure out how to fix it, then they manufacture it and sell it to us. But it's a company that I really like, and I have a couple firearms by them, and just so they started offering this watch here, and this is a diver watch. On the dial, it says it has the Wilson Combat logo on it. On the back of it, it has, let me see if I can get this camera to focus for you. On the back of the watch case, it says Wilson Combat on your side since 1977. That's kind of like their little saying, because Wilson Combat was established in 1977. So, let's start about this watch. Wilson Combat doesn't actually make this watch. This is made by a company called Bernhardt Watch Company. And Bernhardt Watch Company was started by a man named Fred Bernhardt. He grew up in High Point, North Carolina, where they make most of the furniture in this country. And he always had a fascination with watches. He always collected Rolex watches and restored old ones. And he was always into high-end watches. That was his thing. Everybody's got to be into something. So he started his own watch company in 1990. And he's basically customizes watches for like different agencies, different police agencies, different like universities. They'd make university watches and all that, and they officially license them and all that. And Wilson Combat got with them to do this. So this is they put the dial on it. This says Wilson Combat, and put that back on this case. Now, this is a diver watch, and it has a depth of 200 meters. It is watertight. I don't like to use the word watertight or waterproof. We call it water resistance in the watch world, because there's always a chance you can get water in something. It's highly unlikely, but it's possible. But it's got a 200 meter depth, and it's got a unidirectional bezel. It only goes one way, and it does work pretty positive. The bezel on it does. The case is constructed of, I think, 315 steel, and so is the bracelet. This is a really heavy-duty bracelet on this thing. I mean, it is a pretty massive bracelet, pretty heavy. I believe this is probably about a 42 millimeter watch. I'm not sure. I've never measured it or anything like that, but it looks to be about a 42 millimeter watch. So just keep in mind that's how it'll wear on the wrist. It's kind of a thick, bulky case. It does have a little heft to it, a little bit of weight to it. The the clasp on the back, has the Bernhardt logo on it, but it's just a basic diver's watch on it. It is an automatic watch. This watch has a Miyota movement in it. Now, anybody knows what a Miyota movement is? It's a Japanese-made movement. It's made pretty much, you could say it's made by the Citizen Watch Company. Citizen Watch Company and Miyota merged at some point. Miyota made this. This is just an automatic Miyota movement. Majority of the watches out there, 99% of the watch companies do not make their own movements. I mean, there's a very few select do, but most of them do not. So they buy movements from watch movement companies, and this company elected to go with Miyota. They have a great reputation. Citizen watches are really good watches, and they just have a great reputation. Japanese usually make really good watch movements. So that's what's in this. It's an automatic, and it does work fairly smooth. If you can see the second hand on it. It is a pretty smooth running movement. It keeps perfect time. I've never had any problems with it. I wear it quite a bit. I mean, I have a variety of watches that I wear, and this is like one of my favorite ones because of the Wilson Combat insignia on it and everything. Me being a Wilson Combat pistol fan, I wear this watch quite a bit. But it's not a terribly expensive watch, but it's a terribly cool watch, if that makes any sense to anybody. But I just figured I'd show you something different. It incorporates a couple things that I like into it, you know, watches and firearms in the same thing. But anyway, let me know what you think about my Wilson Combat Diver Watch. And if you have any questions on it, feel free to ask, and I will do my best to answer it. And thank you folks for watching my video, and you folks have a great day.